Okay, I'm doing a stop motion tutorial today. I'm not the best at stop motion, but I can give some tips maybe. And let's start with the basics. Okay, so I'm going to turn on this transparency thing right here on the side, and maybe even turn on the grid. Your decision. And anyways, you're gonna move the figure very, very slightly, and try to move both figures every frame. Just makes it look a lot more appealing as you go. And you'll set the speed at whatever you feel comfortable with, because really most animators do a different speed than any other. I know KWW does 18 frames a second, and then LKS does only 11, I believe. Okay, make sure you get like sticky tack and rubber bands, because those are good tools. So I'm gonna just take that, place some sticky tack down, and start putting his feet down on it. And then I can bend him back into the position that I need a picture from. And I'll show you how to use rubber bands after this, once I get him over the shoulders. And again, make sure that you don't move the figures too much, just slightly. Sometimes it does get frustrating, and sometimes I honestly just give up, but if you take your time, then you'll really like the product in the end. And you could just intertwine their joints to keep stuff in place, or like put his hand around that. See? And then that gets then just move both figures as you go. So let's see. The head was more towards here, so I want to move that there, and move this arm upward with it. Okay, right here seems like a time for rubber bands. So you're gonna find a rubber band, just a small one, and then you're gonna put the figure in the position you want it at, and then just wrap the rubber band around the joints that need to have it wrapped around to keep it in place. So there, we got that rubber band there now. And then now it's a lot easier to get to the position that you need. And then you can just move this one, move the opponent as they're up over the shoulders for moves like this. And bend all the joints, so, or as many as you can. So you want to bend the knees, and try to get some joint movement into it as much as you can. And as you go back up, you're going to start to rotate this and pull the rubber band upward, pushing Sting as if, you know, he's being thrown. Get him into whatever position you need. Then we'll get into string. Okay, so right about here, it's time for string. so we can remove all the rubber band. And then take the whole figure off. Now remove the rubber band from it, because it could be distracting if they notice it. People are picky. And I'm one of those picky people. Okay. So place their feet back in place. Okay, now the string. I'm going to turn this all the way off. That way you can see me putting the string around the figure. Where is my string? There we go. Okay, so you're gonna tie it in a loop, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it around the head, or as I like to do it because it keeps it more stable. I found put it right under the shoulders like this, but then you're gonna wrap it once around either shoulder. So wrap it once. So now it's wrapped around this shoulder, but not this shoulder. So wrapped around this one, not this one. Now what you're going to do is get them into the position you want. So if I want them sideways, I'm going to have them like this. And then you're going to take one side and wrap it over to the ankle.
Wow, that did a lot.
Like this. Okay, and then we'll turn this back up, figure out exactly where we need it, and move him into a position we like. And then also posting a little bit. That way, you know, we get a good feel to it. And then we can, once again, pose this figure as we want it. And then move Sting a little bit too.
That actually helped. Wow.
There we go. Okay, now you're gonna move. There we go. Okay. Strings sometimes you might have to redo as it goes, just to get certain positions, because a lot of positions are really hard to get. And now we're gonna tuck Sting, kind of like that. We want to get it kind of closer to there. There we go. Okay. Now Cena's gonna kind of get down on his knees, so we also don't want to do it too quickly, so we're gonna have one on sticky tack. Okay, put the sticky tack on it. And kind of, okay, so you're gonna angle that right where you need it. Okay, so right there. Okay, and then stick it down. There we go. It's not gonna stay for long, so do what it takes. So what you could do is you just try as hard as you can in order to get it into the position you need. So I got that done. Now I need to redo the string. This time it's pretty much the same thing. You're just going to face him the opposite way. So now he'll be on his stomach, more or less. And I'm going to need to put Cena back up. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put Cena back up. And just make sure he stays as long as we can get him to stay. Let's see. And now, put Sting in the position we need it. Ah, darn. Okay, we can actually just intertwine them kind of like this. There we go. And then as he goes down with Sting, there we go. Kind of like, okay, let's just totally take that off. Get rid of the sticky tack in the scene because, you know, it's distracting. And you can finally put them into the position, like a knee position kind of. And then take the other figure. Like this. And I know my hand's in the frame. But that's okay because we can edit that out since I bought the pack. Now if you don't buy the pack, then you gotta improvise and figure out how you can fix it. And then make sure you kind of animate impact, you know, a little bounce to it. Okay. And then you can watch it. And I'll turn this down that way you guys can see it. That's not the full animation, however. This is, so let's see which frames we get my hand in. We go erase. And change the size to a little larger, that way it's nice and quick. And yeah, it'll kind of deform it, but we'll see how it looks once we get there. Okay. And I believe that's all with the hand in it. Okay. And then it should flow well. Okay. We'll adjust the speed to see what fits my liking. This wasn't the best, as the turn does look a little unrealistic. But it's not too bad compared to what I've done in the past. So what I like to do is I try 20, and then I try 15, then I try 11. Because sometimes fast does look better to kind of hide the bad frames in it. Okay, I don't know if I like 20 too much. I don't know. Let's just because it's a video, let's go ahead and show you what 30 looks like. See, at 30 you can't even tell that he drops him. It looks kind of like he just, you know, appears that way. So now we're going to try 15. Get some over the shoulders. Okay. And now we'll try 11. Now I'm afraid that since it's 11, it's going to be slower right here. Right at the turn, because right there, that's one big leap right here. Probably shouldn't have moved the knees quite yet. So in this case, I'm going to actually try something. Let's see what I can do. Okay, let's see. That's like really weird looking. Ew. Okay, let's see what I can get then. That looks really weird. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to do that. Okay. So let's try 11 out. Okay. Now, I didn't like 15 or 11, so I'm going to go ahead and go right in between and go for 13. Okay, I think 13 is the best, so now you pause the beginning frame since it's a short animation. Beginning and end frames. And I do 8, and then you go all the way to the end, or not the end, the beginning. Add audio. And you could download sounds for it, and then, there's this.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Come out of nowhere! Are you ready? You're slithering. Watch out!
There's this one. And then when you do that, sometimes it's even okay to add more audio on the second frame and do the crowd cheer. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to do the crowd cheer this time. And then I'm also going to go onto it and edit the audio. So I'm going to put it kind of low. Like, no, not right there. I want it like right here. No, not right there. Let's see. Right there. I think it kind of helps fill it in more. And then you can export movie, YouTube, and let it load. Which doesn't take long. And then you can just edit the title as you please. So let's see. This is animation test number 14. Upload. And then you let it upload. The smaller the video, the quicker it uploads, obviously. But sometimes it takes forever. Anyways, hope the tips helped you, and let me know in the comments if there's anything else that I can help you with.